You're walking into the woods. There's no one around and your phone is dead. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot him. Shia LaBeouf! Man. What a classic.
Ah, chills. Literal chills.
Also, I couldn't really think of a good intro, and the song was stuck in my head, and yeah, here we are, I guess. So a lot of people enjoy horror, whether that be playing a scary game,
Was that the bite of 87?
or just watching your favorite horror film. Where'd he go? So my good friend Alexander made a video about 2 movies that he was scared of when he was like a little kid, which kind of sparked an idea in my head. I'm just gonna steal his idea and talk about my own childhood trauma. From children's TV shows, yeah! I've watched my fair share of TV shows growing up. I did my watching. 12 years of it? In Strabane? Well, probably more than I should have, to be honest. I mean, when you can remember the lyrics to almost every single kid's TV show opening theme rather than what happened just yesterday, then yeah, I think I got a problem. Growing up in Ireland, we had some interesting TV shows and advertisements. Nothing too weird, but just interesting.
Boys and girls, come out and play. We're all in the park today. I am Jim, and I'm the leader.
Yeah, sure you are, kid.
Tom comes running over. I'm feeling scared.
I remember shows like The Moorburgs and Dustin the Turkey, but they never really scared me that much, even though most of those type of shows had puppets in them, which I was terrified of as a kid. But no, I love them. Well, almost all of them. Also, there was this one show that I can't really remember the name of. It probably was in The Moorburgs, I believe. I'm probably saying that name wrong, aren't I? Moorburgs? Moorburgs, da 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 da. They had these weird clay looking faces. I don't even think if it was stop motion, I'm not sure. But the only video I could find of was these 2 guys stoned watching it, and they're laughing the hell out of it, and I was pretty scared of it as a kid. Especially the giant lady. She freaks me out. But the one thing I remember that scared me so bad in a kid's TV show, that one goddamn episode that gives me chills to this day, it still kind of freaks me out, is the Teletubbies. The Lion and the Bear episode.
Stay with me. Stay with me. Please.
I watched so much Teletubbies when I was younger. I would drive my mum insane with the amount of times I would rewatch that show over and over and over again. Sorry, Mum. I did the same with Thomas the Tank Engine as well, but we'll talk about that later.
What? Not fair!
You stay right there. We'll deal with you later.
Now, the Teletubbies is a fine series filled with mindless content for your 1 to 4 year old kid, and they're an interesting bunch of characters. But I'll never, ever forget the horror I saw that day. Even thinking about it now, it still freaks me out. I don't know what, it just freaks me out. And I'm almost in my mid-20s, guys. Forget horror movies, classics like Alien or The Shining. Psh. Teletubbies as you beat. I mean, have you seen Nunu? Now, the episode starts off the same way as any other Teletubbies episode would start off with them on the grass rolling about having a good time, the sun screaming at them, Nunu doing his little until the magic windmill starts spinning. And even at that moment, I knew something scary was going to happen. Now, normally the windmill would spin around in every episode and they'd react to random scenarios and have a good time, haha, yeah, this is fun. This time, it was different. Uh-oh? Whoa, what do you mean, uh-oh? What's gonna happen, Tinky, Winky, Lala, Dipstick, and Poe? Davrin.
It's the bear, and I'm coming.
At this point, the smile on my face slowly disappeared.
I'm the bear, and I'm coming.
Also, guys, I cannot stress the amount of tension this scene builds before she arrives. It is like a full 8 seconds. At that point, I was like hiding behind my sofa. I didn't want to see who was coming to get me.
I'm the bear. I'm the bear. With brown, fuzzy hair. I'll go running over here. And I'll go running over there.
Why are you laughing? You're laughing? You're seriously laughing at this. You're laughing. The whole design for this bear terrified me. I don't understand why it was a good idea to show this to kids. I really don't. The eyes. The eyes. She doesn't blink. She doesn't blink. Okay, so I thought the bear was bad enough, right? You know, I thought that the bear was spooky enough. Her spinning her eyes about and going blah, 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 blah. I was afraid. This was the most scared I've ever been in my entire existence. Even though I was like 4 years old at the time and my existence was very short, and I might be over exaggerating a bit, but it freaked me out, man. So, okay, she then goes to reveal that she's hiding from a lion. And I was like, oh, okay, well, surely the lion couldn't be as bad as the bear. Right?
I'm the scary lion with big scary teeth.
So it was safe to say that I was crying at this point. The music. The goddamn music. I gotta give props to them though. The music's actually it's pretty good. Like for a kids show, like this is good stuff. But like it's how the clouds sped up, you know, like it just goes so fast, and the music's like and you just hear those goddamn growls, and I couldn't take it. I was done. I just wanted to get out of my room. I wanted to just sprint and go into the fields and sing about the song of music, the hills of music, the song about hills song, yeah.
I'm scary on the top, and I'm scary underneath.
Excuse me, what?
The rest of the episode then just consists of the lion chasing after the bear into the sunset. They fall in love, they have kids, they get married. That's my fan fiction anyway. I think it's safe to say then after that I never watched another Teletubbies episode. Teletubby fan? No more. There was other episodes as well that I remember that kind of freaked me out, but they didn't have as much as an impact as this episode did. Remember one of like a CGI bear dancing that kind of freaked me out a little bit, and then there was one as well of like this doll in this house just going back and forth and just singing. It's weird. It's funny how those things kind of just stick with you, you know, as an adult. Like, sure, I find it silly now. Like it's stupid, but honestly, at the same time, it still kind of creeps me out a bit. I'd probably say that's mostly down to the music though than anything else. Good stuff, Teletubbies. You did good. Speaking of kids shows that had great music, Thomas the Tank Engine. It was safe to say that I was like quite obsessed with Thomas the Tank Engine when I was a little baby Konzo. Anything I saw that was Thomas the Tank Engine related, I just wanted it. Bag? Gimme. Thomas the Tank Engine face? Gimme. Thomas the Tank Engine video set thing? Yoink. Mine.
Now it comes to it. I don't feel like parting with it. It's mine. I found it. It came to me.
There's no need to get angry.
Well, if I'm angry, it's your fault.
Not to brag or anything, but I had a pretty sick Thomas the Tank Engine collection. Yep, it was pretty good, but now it's all gone. And I've grown up, but some things stayed with me. Some things I'm going to talk about. And that is Thomas the Tank Engine, the Ghost Train episode.
That's it?
Honestly, there's actually some pretty decent Halloween episodes to pick from as well. And there's just ones that spook me in general that are like pretty decent. Like the other Ghost Train episode, the Ghost Train episode, the one with the boulder chasing a train, and the one where the two diesels actually try and kill a train.
Got you this time, Stepney. You'll make very fine scrap indeed.
But I think for this episode, I'll just tackle this one. So right off the bat, this episode doesn't hold back. It plays like the spooky like slasher type music, but it also sounds like a train. I don't know, that's actually pretty cool. I like that. Also, I was shitting myself when I first saw this, so
Plunging into the gap, shrieking like a lost soul. Percy, what are you talking about?
And boom, it was all a spooky tale. Or was it?
The ghost train. Driver saw it last night. Where? Asked Thomas and Toby. He didn't say. Oh, it makes my wheels wobble to think of it.
Thomas says, I'm not scared, whatever.
Unfortunately, though, it was!
Big prize for whoever can guess where that line comes from. Most of you probably won't get it though. Moving on! So his driver goes on to tell Percy that the ghost was pretend on TV, and that makes Percy really, really sad.
Poor little bugger. He's like a dog or something.
Also, can we talk about how insane these sets look? Like, I know a lot of people aren't going to give a crap about Thomas the Tank Engine, but man, I appreciate the amount of love and dedication put into this show, and I can't imagine the amount of hours spent doing all these sets, and the final product just looks fantastic. And I love stuff like this, you know. I think that's what got me into doing stop motion like stuff, you know, or like at least piqued my interest in it. Even though there isn't really many stop motion-y stuff, I think it's just the set building that made me think of stop motion. Anyway, I'm getting off track. Get it? Like a train? Okay, so Percy has finished his shift or whatever, and then he goes back to the station to get covered in lime. Ew, gross.
Percy's driver explained what had happened. I'll see to it, said the signalman, but you'd better clean Percy, or people will think he's a ghost. Percy chuckled. Do let's pretend I'm a ghost and scare Thomas.
Oh wow, his English is almost as bad as mine.
Percy's had an accident, cried Toby. Poor engine, said Thomas. Botheration. That means I'll be late.
How are you my favorite again? So Toby tells cheeky Thomas that Percy's ghost is coming to get him, and he's all scared. And Thomas like, Toby, my boy, my lad, I'll deal with this beast. And I remember feeling somewhat safe during this part. You know, I was like, I'm in the station. It's all good. I'm in their little sleepy house thing. But I was still kind of on edge, you know. I was kind of worried. But that all changed when the Fire Nation attacked. There's no Fire Nation, I just couldn't help myself, I'm sorry.
Pee, pee, pip, 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 pee. Let me in, let me in, wailed Percy. No, no, not by the smoke of my chimney, chim. I'll chuff and I'll puff and I'll break your door in.
Okay, so clearly this looks silly, but to a 3-year-old boy, this shot my socks off, and I'm not going to rephrase that. The episode then ends with just Percy being a knob to Thomas, scaring the shit out of the poor boy. Engine thing. I don't want to think about their origins. I can remember other episodes of other shows that scared me when I was younger, but honestly I don't want to keep you guys here too long, and I think I'll just wrap it up here, you know? It was fun making this video, even though I rambled a bit about Thomas and the Teletubbies, but you know, I never kind of do this type of content on my channel, and maybe I'll do more if you guys enjoy it. What scared you as a kid? Was it Thomas the Tank Engine? Was it Teletubbies? Was it the Was it Arthur? Perhaps? I don't know, you could have been scared of Arthur when you were little. But seriously, guys, yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. It was a ton of fun. Also, I will be continuing more Let's Plays on this channel. I will be playing Bioshock 2 for the very first time. I've never played it before, so it might be fun. I heard a lot of good things about it. I played the first one before, like last year, and I had a good time with that. It was pretty spooky. I didn't expect it to be that spooky, but I'm excited for the second one. Also, I'll be keeping my editing a bit more consistent when it comes to those Let's Plays. I have a habit of being lazy at times, and not being very consistent with audio, and not being very consistent with like the editing. So I apologize for that. So when it comes to gaming now, like the editing won't be like those little quip funny like haha ooh what ooh. It'll probably just be more for these type of videos, which I think makes a lot more sense. But when it comes to just video game Let's Plays and whatnot, it will just be just me talking and playing the game, and hopefully you guys enjoying that type of content. So yeah, I think I'll just end it here. Thank you so much for watching. Until we meet again, see ya. Also, Ringo Starr narrated Thomas the Tank Engine? What the hell?